Hello, very good morning. So this is Lakshmi Narayana Gupta Koralla. I am working in a Starbucks as a senior data engineer. So today we are going to talk about hyper personalization, transforming digital experience through advanced data analytics and AI. So the hyper personalization represents a paradigm shift in customer experience operating on the principle of dynamic identity recognition. So the concept that consumer preferences exist in constant contextual flux rather than their fixed attributes. So this approach leverages real-time data analytics, AI, and machine learning to deliver precisely tailored experience. Organizations implementing hyper-personalization strategies achieve substantial improvements in conversation rates, customer retention, and operational efficiencies through algorithmic decision architecture, precision engagement systems, and signal intelligence ecosystems. So the inquiry demonstrates how organizations leverage incognitive computing frameworks, multidimensional attribute systems, and privacy enhancing computation to balance improved customer experiences with ethical consideration and regularity compliances. Ultimately, achieving this measurable business value through more precise targeting, enhanced customer journeys, and strengthened relationship durability. Okay. The next we'll go with what is the conceptual framework. The very first thing is algorithmic decision architecture. So the Salesforce Customer 360 platform processes 80 plus billion AI predictions daily through algorithmic decision architecture, where AI systems continuously recalibrate customer interactions based on micro feedback loops. This explains the 20% in conversation rates and 27% higher average order values. Harvard Business School research identifies four pillars underlying this transformation: integrated data ecosystems, talent hybridization, ethical governance, and continuous experimentation. Companies expecting these characteristics demonstrate 35% higher shareholder returns by fundamentally changing how decisions propagate through organizations. Okay, and the next one is the precision engagement systems. A prominent software company's experience platform employs computational contextualization, processing environmental, behavioral, and historical variable simultaneously, explaining how a pharmaceutical company achieved 8% higher prescription adherence through patient-specific adaptive messaging. Organizations with unified customer data platforms achieved personalization maturity scores 2.8 times higher than fragmented architectures by enabling cross-contextual consistency across touchpoints. And the next one, the mechanism based value creation. A streaming services recommendation system influences 75% of the content stream through preference cascade modeling. So, the tracking how initial choices create ripple effects across the preference hierarchies. So, this explains their 90% retention rate worth 8.5 billion annually, as the system minimizes such friction while maintaining perceived choice anatomy. An e-commerce company applies elastically fingerprinting, identifying unique price sensitivity patterns at individual levels, explaining the 28% increase cart conversion as prices aligned with individual willingness to pay thresholds. A digital audio platform utilizes a multi-modal preference inference to extract insights from seemingly unrelated behaviors, driving 3.0 times higher customer engagement through computing relevance effects, where each person's interaction increases the accuracy of subsequent experiences. The financial institutions develop financial behavior twins, as simulations of individual decision making patterns, explaining why organization transitioning to AI as a core competency realize 22% operational efficiency by preemptively addressing likely service needs. So retailers employs behavior compounding, understanding how past purchases create future propensities, explaining a 24% increase in digital sales by targeting micro decision points where purchase intent criticizes. Healthcare provides implement behavior nodes architecture in identifying psychological barriers to optimal health behaviors. How one consortium reduced appointment no-shows by 30% through contextual amplification, where AI identifies factor overlooked in standard protocols. Okay, next we'll go with the technical. What is the technical infrastructure of this one? The technical foundation of hyper-personalization relies on sophisticated signal intelligence ecosystems, so which is integrated framework that collect, process, and activate data in real time, enabling genuine individualization beyond traditional segmentation approaches. And then here, the first one is multi-source data orchestration. The foundation layer employs the signal fusion architecture, so systematically integrating heterogeneous data systems to create comprehensive customer understanding. The 12 segments research across 3,450 business leaders found that mature organizations collect the data from 6.2 different sources versus 2.3 for less sophisticated ones. This multi-source approach enables dimensional identity resolution, connecting fragmented customer interactions into coherent profiles. A leading beauty retailer implemented this concept by capturing 80 distinct behavioral signals through its loyalty program, increasing repeat purchases rates by 65% through more accurate preference recognition. While 65% of organizations reduce third-party cookie dependence, 72% increase investments in privacy compliant alternatives. Those successfully navigating this transition achieve 75% higher satisfaction scores through consent-based intelligence frameworks that respect privacy preferences while maintaining personalization quality. And the next one is like real-time processing frameworks. So this real-time processing framework, the organization implement contextual trigger systems that respond immediate situational factors at archive 2x the higher response rates. This reflects the concept of movement relevant computing, delivering experiences at precise decision points. A financial services company applies this by processing location data and transaction history by contextual advice, increasing mobile engagement by 35% through timely interventions. So data integration remains challenging, with 83% of organizations setting it as their primary obstacle. The healthcare leader addresses this through unified data architecture, centralizing 70 plus data sources and reducing preparation time from weeks to hours, improving medication adherence by 25% through more timely interventions. And then the next layer is algorithmic intelligence layer. The machine learning forms that the core intelligence layer, with companies implementing advanced ML reporting a 35% average increase in conversion rates. This reflects a concept of algorithmic decision optimization, continuously improving choice architecture through automated experimentation. A media company employs 16 distinct ML models, contributing to a 12% increase in per guest spending through what experts call experience orchestration, coordinating multiple personalization dimensions simultaneously. Deep learning models enable pattern recognition at scale, with organization implementing these capabilities achieving 2.5x higher engagement rates. In digital audio platforms, neural networks process acoustic features to create recommendations, reducing churn by 20% through preference prediction, understanding future desires before customers recognize themselves. Okay, and next, real-time implementation strategies. So, by transforming data insights into personalized experiences requires latency optimized delivery systems. So the framework it was that minimize the gap between signal detection and experience delivery. According to HCL Software's analysis of 500 plus marketing initiatives organizations implementing real-time personalization, achieve 35% higher conversion rates through the what experts term temporal relevance maximization. So delivering content precisely where customer receptively reads. Companies with a mature capabilities deliver experiences within 1.8 seconds of triggering event versus industry averages exceeding 10 seconds. Capitalizing on the attention decay principle, the concept that personalization effectiveness diminishes exponentially with the delay. And then out of the strategies, the first one is the content orchestration systems. So the dynamic content assembly represents the most visible implementation aspect, employing modular content architecture. So breaking experiences into independently personalized components. Encharge's analysis of 1850 growth market has found that companies with sophisticated delivery infrastructures experience 28% higher engagement rates through contextual context adaptation, automatically adjusting messaging based on situational factors. A hotel chain's implementation enables personalized delivery across 18 brands through identity anchored experiences, maintaining consistent recognition despite fragmented customer journeys. So, this approach yields a 25% improvement in direct booking rates by employing distribution channel optimization, intelligently steering customers toward owned booking paths. And the next one, adaptive pricing systems. So, this dynamic pricing mechanisms optimize offers through willingness to pay elastically model. So, determining individual price sensitivity thresholds, companies implementing AI-driven pricing experience average revenue increases of 10% by addressing the perception value gap, aligning prices with individual value perception. An airline real-time engine analyzes millions of fare combinations daily, so incorporating 150 plus variables to improve yield management by 6% through demand forecasting precision, accurately predicting fluctuations in travel intent. A retail corporation adjusts 1.2 plus million price points daily, improving margin by 1.8% points while increasing market share by 3.0 points through competitive response elastically. Understanding how specific customer segments react to competitor pricing. The next one, the cross-channel experience architecture. This deliver the consistently experiences across touch points through cross-contextual identity resolution. The maintaining recognition as customers traverse channels. Organizations achieving this capability report customer lifetime values 2.5 times higher than those with fragmented approaches. A department store chain's unified framework maintains profiles for 43 million customers, reconciling identities across 8 plus channels with 90% accuracy, increasing repeat purchase rates by 30% through friction elimination, removing barriers created by disjointed experiences. And the next one, decision system. The real-time interaction management systems like millisecond decisions about optimal content through decision velocity architecture. The frameworks optimized for speed critical choices. Organizations implementing these capabilities achieve 2.8x higher marketing ROI. So the next topic is advanced AI applications. So by using AI, artificial intelligence has fundamentally transformed personalization capabilities through cognitive computing frameworks. The systems that simulate human thought process to anticipate needs and preferences. According to Technovio's market analysis, the global AI-based personalization market is projected to grow by 7.43 USD billion from 2025 to 2029 with a CAGR of 23%. The growth reflects the transition from rule-based personalization to autonomous welding systems capable of continuous self-improvement. Like first one is like anticipatory intelligence. Medallions research shows organizations implementing sophisticated forecasting achieve a 30% reduction in acquisition cost through precision targeting efficiency, eliminating wasted expenditure on low probability conversions. The financial services corporation analyzes approximately $1.2 trillion in annual transactions using models incorporating 8,000 plus variables per customer, predicting churn with 92% accuracy. A telecommunications company's implementation analyzes 7,000 plus customer attributes in the real time through attribute correlation discovery, identifying obvious relationships between seemingly unrelated variables. This increased campaign response rates by 35% by addressing micro movement receptivity, precisely matching efforts to psychological states where customers are most receptive. Value intelligence. The lifetime value forecasting enables prioritization through future value projection, allocating resources based on potential rather than historical value. So companies implementing AI-driven CLB forecasting achieve a 25% increase in high value retention through precision investment allocation, optimizing resources towards highest return relationships. A coffeehouse company's platform analyzes 400 plus billion data points annually through consumption pattern modeling, identifying subtle signals that predict spending trajectory. This approach increased high value retention by 15% by enabling preemptive value protection, addressing satisfaction risk before they impact behavior. So the next one is linguistic intelligence. So the natural language processing enables unprecedented customer understanding through semantic intent extraction, describing meaning beyond literal expression. Organizations implementing NLP powered personalization achieve 38% higher satisfaction scores through conversational context preservation, maintaining understanding across fragmented interaction. Voice recognition systems enable personalized experiences through vocal identity verification, authenticating users through unique speech patterns. A bank's voice biometrics authenticates 4.7 million customers monthly with 95% accuracy through multi-factor vocal analysis. Examining over 100 speech characteristics simultaneously, this reduced handling time by saving $25 million annually through friction minimized authentication, eliminating cumbersome verification process. Next one, emotional intelligence. Sentiment detection systems represents an emerging frontier through effective computing. So the technologies that recognize and respond to human emotions. Companies implementing emotion detection achieve net prompter scores 18 points higher by addressing emotional context misalignments. The disconnect between customer emotional states and the generic responses. Next, privacy and ethical consideration. As personalization capabilities, advanced organizations must navigate the trust utility tension. So the balancing enhanced experiences with privacy protection. 75% of consumers express concern about data usage, with 40% reporting abandoning brands due to privacy issues. This study identified the personalization paradox. Consumers simultaneously desire tailored experiences while expressing anxiety about the necessary data collection, creating a fundamental challenge for implementation. So here, the first one is trust-based governance. The organization now content with the average of 5.2 distinct privacy regulations with multinational enterprises navigating more than 14 separate frameworks. This regulatory complexity has catalyzed the concept of privacy by design, embedding protection mechanisms into system architecture rather than applying them retroactively. So in the United States, so 70% of the companies have restructured process for CCPA, CPRA through jurisdictional personalization frameworks, geographically specific approach. Organizations with proactive compliance achieve 35% higher trust scores, transparency first design, prioritizing clear communication about data practices. The next one is geographic privacy adoption. The regional compliance architecture addresses international variation through regulatory localization, adopting data practices to geographic requirements. According to Dahin George Mark 68% of global enterprises have implemented specific frameworks for different regions. An American technology company's app tracking transparency fundamentally altered the landscape, with only 18% of users opting into tracking. This prompted the customer goods corporation to develop first-party data transformation strategies, systematically replacing third-party data with consented direct relationships. So the next, ethical AI systems. So explainable AI approaches make decisions transparent through interpretably mechanisms, translating complex algorithms decisions into understandable explanations. So organizations implementing these frameworks achieve trust scores 50% higher than those with opaque systems. The bank developed narrative explanation generation for recommendation systems, increasing acceptance rates by 30% through comprehension gap resolution, addressing customer uncertainty about recommendation reasoning. Their approach creates 18,000 plus unique explanation combinations through decision logic transition, converting mathematical models into natural language. So next, inclusive design. The organizations implementing formal methodologies achieve the 40% higher satisfaction among diverse segments through demographic performance parity, maintaining consistent quality regardless of user characteristics. The LinkedIn Fairness Toolkit reduced gender bias by 12% through counterfactual testing, evaluating outcomes where only protected characteristics chance. Their approach includes validation across 27 dimensions, increasing diverse applications rates through accessibility enhanced personalization. Adaptive experiences for users with different abilities and needs. Next, privacy preventing technologies. So the organizations implementing these techniques achieve 35% higher trust scores through data minimization architecture. So using only essential information for specific purposes, a finance companies differential privacy implementation reducing privacy risk by 70% while maintaining recommendation relevance within 5% of non-private baseless through privacy utility optimization, finding the ideal balance between protection and personalization. There are three methodologies gaining adoption includes federal learning, the 45% of organizations distributing computation across devices to avoid centralizing sensitive data. Differential privacy, these are 40% of adoption, adding calibrated noise to protect individuals while maintaining aggregate insights. On-device processing, which is 60% adoption. So keeping personal data on user devices through edge computing personalization. Next, the ROM measurement and business impact. So the quantifying the business impact of personalization requires the attribution intelligence frameworks. So sophisticated measurements approaches that isolate true value creation. So according to AppsFlyer, organizations implementing advanced frameworks achieve 35% higher marketing ROI through signal isolation methodology. So distinguishing personalization effects from background conversation noise. The customer journeys now span of average of 7.3 touch points across 4.2 distinct channels, creating what experts term attribution complexity, the challenge of accurately crediting influence across fragmented interactions. There is a different industries we have several impact on this. The first one is financial services impacts. So it has for 24% higher conversion rates through targeted financial product recommendations and personalized financial guidance. So the next one, retail growth. If you see the retail growth, so which is increased like 20% increase purchase got increased frequency through customer specific product offerings and tailored shopping experiences. So if we can see like travel industry, so it increased 26% higher bookings values through destination specific offers and personalized travel packages. Then attribution intelligence. So that what advanced measurement frameworks yield 35% higher marketing ROI through signal isolation methodology. So distinguishing personalization effects from background conversion noise. So next, the measurement architecture models. So here, out of these, like the first one is multi-dimensional attribution. So the multi-dimensional attribution systems provide visibility into conversion influences through touchpoint valuation modeling, assigning proportional credit across customer journey stages. BGG's 2024 Global Consumer Personalization Survey indicates organizations implementing sophisticated attribution models achieve return 2.5 times higher than basic approaches through casualty identification. So the distinguishing correlation from true influence, the multi-touch attribution frameworks enable friction conversion credit, dividing value cross contributing touchpoint based on influence magnitude. So this provides visibility into 3 times more conversion influences than lost touch models by solving the terminal bias problem, overvaluing the final interaction while ignoring earlier influences. So the next one, the causal validation frameworks. So incrementality testing provides the rigorous validation through a controlled experimentation design. The measuring lift again as true control groups. Companies implementing systematic testing achieve ROI 3.2 times higher than correlation-based measurement by addressing attribution inflation, incorrectly claiming credit for conversions that would occur naturally. A coffee house company conducts over 400 incrementality tests annually, demonstrating personalized recommendations yield 2.5x higher conversion rates, contributing to a 5% increase in same store 5% increase in the same store sales through preference match discovery. Connecting customers with previously unconsidered option, organizations typically identify that 25 to 38% of conversions previously contributed to marketing would occur organically, revealing significant investment optimization opportunities through more accurate measurements. Next, the customer journey in intelligence. The customer journeys now span an average of 7.3 touch points across 4.2 distinct channels. They're creating what experts term attribution complexity, the challenge of accurately creating influence across fragmented interactions. Organizations with comprehensive measurement achieve outcomes 2.8 times higher than those with limited metrics. The journey analytics frameworks. The journey-based attribution identifies 28% more conversion influences than traditional models by solving the interaction effect blindness, failing to recognize how touch points amplify each other. An insurance company tracks over 850 distinct journey patterns, increasing personalized completion rates by 25% through friction point personalization. The targeting interventions at abundant prone stages. Organizations with comprehensive measurements achieve outcomes 2.8 times higher than those who limited metrics through holistic impact visibility, understanding effects beyond immediate conversions. Next, the relationship value architecture. So the customer lifetime value, the frameworks measures long-term impact through relationship durability modeling, quantifying how the personalization strengthens the customer connections. BCG found that 68% of consumers develop stronger brand loyalty when receiving consistently personalized experiences, with 60% willing to pay premium prices. Relationship impact represents the most significant value driver, with a long-term loyalty contributing 2.3 times more lifetime value than initial conversation improvements through compounding preference satisfaction, where each positive personalized interaction increases future receptivity. A beauty retailer measures 19 distinct relationship metrics, increasing customer retention by 24% through loyalty trigger identification, pinpointing specific personalization elements that strengthen relationships. The next, organization enablement systems. The organization implementing agile testing methodologies achieved to time to market 3 times faster through rapid learning cycles. Quickly interacting based on continuous feedback, the high performance conduct 7.77 times more tests than low performance by adopting experimental mindset cultivation, treating all personalization as a hypothesis requiring validation. A financial services company developed 40 plus personalized journey yielding 28% improved completion rates through micro movement intervention design, precisely targeting decision points within complex processes. Customers with hyper personalized experiences demonstrates 2.2x higher net prompter scores through expectation experience alignment, closing gaps between customer hopes and actual experiences. So then see next we can see like how the future of hyper personalization. So it has a 2.5x returns for organizations who with sophisticated attribution models and 35% higher ROI through advanced attribution frameworks and a 22% revenue uplift average across customer lifecycle. So the hyper personalization has emerged as a critical competitive differentiator across industries, the fundamentally transforming how organizations engage with the customers through sophisticated technology architectures and AI-driven frameworks. And as organizations navigate the complex balance between enhanced experiences and privacy considerations, those implementing comprehensive attribution frameworks, ethical AI governance, and the specialized organization structures demonstrate superior business outcomes. So, moving forward, the hyperbusiness will continue evolving toward ambient intelligence with privacy preserving technologies and cross functional collaboration models becoming increasingly essential elements of successful customer engagement strategies that create measurable business impact across the entire customer lifecycle. So the hyper personalization has emerged with a critical competitive differentiator across industries, fundamentally transforming how organizations engage with the customers through sophisticated technology architecture and AI-driven frameworks. The multi-factor value creation mechanisms underlying successful implementation from real-time data orchestration to relationship durability modeling. As organizations navigate the complex balance between enhanced experiences and privacy considerations, those implementing comprehensive attribution framework, ethical AI governance, and specialized organization structures demonstrate superior business outcomes. The article highlights how concepts like preference cascade modeling, conceptual trigger systems, and privacy by design frameworks create sustainable competitive advances through improved customer understanding and experience delivery. Moving forward, the Hyperson will continue evolve toward ambient intelligence with the privacy preserving technologies and cross-functional collaboration modeling becoming increasingly essential members of successful customer engagement strategies that create measurable business impact across the entire customer life cycle. So that's how about the hyper personalization. So thank you. Thanks for giving me this opportunity.